It is all coming apart for Democrats, man, and it is coming apart from every single direction. And it's amazing to watch the average lifelong Democrat just trying to cope with it all. Man, it's pretty scary to watch. I mean, the same people that think that you're in a cult are all dangerously close to losing their collective hive mind, man. But if they just open their mind just a tiny, tiny little bit, they'll probably see it a lot like Lawrence Taylor.
I just want to say, I grew up a Democrat, and I've always been a Democrat until I met this man right here. I'll tell you what, he will not have to worry about nobody in my family ever vote for a Democrat again, okay?
That's strong, man. I mean, that's Lawrence Taylor at Trump's insanely huge rally in deep blue New Jersey, which is funny, man, because if you scroll through any of the lefty echo chambers, they're all showing videos of people very, very far from the stage leaving while Trump is talking, as if that's some sort of message being sent. They're completely ignoring the fact that there might have been as many as 100,000 people there. And they're proving, really, that the average brain-dead leftist has never been to a football game before, because, I mean, that's when you leave. Like, when you try to get to your car, we got 10 minutes, let's go. But these people are telling their victims that Trump has some sort of declining popularity. And this is apparently what that looks like. Honestly, nothing shows the Democrat disconnect better than that. According to the left, anyone who has ever worked for or had anything to do with Donald Trump has turned on him. They told you that the absolute ass kicking that he laid down in the Republican primary was some sort of weak performance. And you've got the usual, Hillary Clinton-like suspects on MSNBC sounding the alarm about a Trump dictatorship. They're all going crazy. They're all losing their minds in their own creative ways. But a couple of them actually see what is happening. But the problem is the average liberal, they don't listen to anything but themselves.
In Trump's more ahead than he's ever been. Fewer people think January 6th was any kind of what it was, as an assault on the temple of democracy, the Constitution. I don't know what you want to say. It's going the wrong way. It's not working. Everything that we're throwing is spaghetti at a wall, and none of it is sticking, me included. And it's hard when you start in your 80th year, and you like anybody else, I have an opinion of myself, and the opinion I've come to is I don't matter. It doesn't matter. You can prepare, you can be on TV, or you can write pieces, you can have a YouTube channel, you can have a podcast, and nothing. And, we got to try to think of something different, because what we're doing is really, really not working.
You almost got to feel for James Carville, man. James Carville realizes that nothing he says, nothing he does matters, because no one is going to listen. The only people actually listening to him already agree. I mean, the liberal echo chamber is shrinking. And here's what I think he's missing. If he just told the truth, just open his eyes to what his party really has become, he'd understand why the tent is shrinking and why no one will listen. I mean, just look objectively for a second at what exactly the Democrat Party represents, what it's become. And here's the thing about being a Democrat. When you're a Democrat, even when you don't agree with each individual insane agenda item, because how could you still support it with your silence. I mean, if you don't speak out, you may as well be for it. Things like pornographic materials in public schools, they just paint anyone who takes exception with that as some authoritarian book banner. And the average liberal says nothing. Things like experimental irreversible medications for children, and anyone who's against that is guilty of trans genocide or whatever nonsense they say. And again, the average liberal just says nothing. They believe some truly insane things. Democrats have allowed their base to burn down cities, and they called it peaceful, mostly peaceful and patriotic. They've allowed them to take over bridges, take over parts of college campuses in support of terrorists, and they said almost nothing about it. And the list goes on and on and on and on. And instead of confronting any of these things, instead of just explaining policy positions, explaining their beliefs, or having any real discussion about it, they're now trying to hold on to power by prosecuting the one guy who stands in their way for an 8-year-old misdemeanor, while the average Democrat just claps like some kind of trained seal and pretends that what we're seeing is justice. I mean, these are the kinds of things that the average thinking person sees when they look at a modern day Democrat. This is why nothing poor James Carville says is going to work or seems to work. And unfortunately for the Democrats, people are not stupid. But that's just my take, man. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you haven't already, be a part of our growth. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the channel. I'll see you in the next one.